I assumed you clicked on this video because you're contemplating moving to a new state alone and you don't really know what that looks like. The first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to move and why. Research the city. What does dating look like in the city? What's the cost of living? Whatever it is that interests you most, I think that you're going to want to make sure that that city is at least able to offer you that. The next thing you want to do is obviously plan a visit. Although based off of just doing some research, a city may seem like it's a good fit for you, but you'll never know until you actually get out there and go visit and experience the environment and the scene for yourself. So my recommendation is to book a flight, plan a road trip to visit the city at least for a day or two. Another thing to think about is something that I think we all know, which is saving money. You can't move anywhere. Well, you can move anywhere without having money, but I don't recommend it. Getting a good amount of money before you consider moving to a completely different state alone, because the last thing you want to do is get there and then have a hard time financially and then you have to move back. So definitely make sure that you are saving those coins because you are going to need them. I'm assuming that you are going to a completely new state where you don't know anybody. You're going to need some money. So definitely make sure that you are not spending your money like crazy, because this is going to allow you to be more comfortable. In addition to saving money, just make sure that you are considering where you're going to work, because although you may have money saved, you're going to want to make sure that you have income continuously coming in, and this is obviously going to be from your full-time job. I recommend applying for jobs prior to moving, and ideally if you can land a position before you move to the new state alone, then honestly that's just going to make the transition that much easier. You can put in the top section of your resume where your name, email address, and phone number is listed, you can put relocating to that city in that state, September of 2026. That's what I did when I first moved to Charlotte and I was applying for jobs before I moved here. I put at the top of my resume, although I didn't know that I would be moving in September, I put relocated to Charlotte, North Carolina in September of 2020. And I think that that gives the recruiters and the hiring manager an idea that, okay, so this person isn't currently located in this city, but they are actively planning on relocating. I think the best thing that you can do is have money saved and then also have a job lined up prior to moving to a new state alone. Those two things will just make your transition a lot easier. What's next? Researching apartments. Or if you're moving to a new state alone and you are looking to get a house, you definitely want to research places in which you want to live. Make sure that you are reading the reviews, because in my opinion the reviews don't lie. You want to hear from people who have actually lived in that neighborhood or in that apartment complex to make sure that wherever you move it's somewhere safe. The last thing that I have for you is to not overthink it. Honestly, if the move is meant for you, it'll be a lot easier than I think you're assuming that it would be, but I don't think you're going to regret moving.